Hey, what's going on, my friends? It is Fisherman Whispers, and I'm back with another Fortnite Save the World video. And for this video, we're currently still doing the Fortnite mayor's little quest and stuff like that. So for this one, we're probably gonna do it's a Vlad world, because it seems I can do both of them. I don't know if I have to do both of them to complete to get to the next quest page. Or if I just have to do one of them and that's it. I'm not really too sure, but I'll start with this one. And the cool thing is too that I figured out is once, like, I'm trying to complete these quests, right? But I'm also completing this quest from the main storyline because I need to save survivors in successful missions. So I only need one more survivor and then I finish this mission. So that's actually very cool. That I can do the Halloween event and also the main storyline at the same exact time. But let's try this one. It's a Vlad world, and I'm very close to getting enough candy to open up 2 Halloween llamas, so that's very cool as well. Let's launch this, and yeah, guys, if you guys are enjoying these videos, let me know. And if you guys have any ideas or any requests for ASMR videos, let me know in the comments down below. I'm open for feedback. If you want little like uplifting videos or whatever, if you're dealing with a certain situation in life, feel free to let me know. If you don't feel comfortable sharing the situation in public by typing it in the comments down below, then feel free to join my Discord. It is in the description of this video, and you can PM me your little situation or whatever that you're going through, and I'll do the very best that I can to whether it be making a video or just being there for you guys in any shape or format that I can. But yeah, I care about you guys, I love you guys, and yeah, if you want to see a certain video, positive affirmations or whatever it may be, just let me know, and yeah, just let me know. But let's have some fun and see what we can do. I just recently woke up from a little nap. I feel so much better. If you guys don't know, for quite some time now, I've been struggling with sleep for, it's been like over a year or something, but it's been getting worse and worse as time went on. It could either be, my guess, it could be sleep apnea, maybe anxiety, because there's a lot of stuff going on in my life. It could be even arthritis, because that can make you fatigue and all that stuff. In my family, there's a lot of issues and stuff medically that my family has went through. So I don't personally know what in the world I have. But yeah, I kind of wanted to share that with you guys. So feel free to include me in your prayers and stuff like that, and if there's anything you guys are going through, feel free to let me know and I'll pray for you as well. But yeah, it's kind of insane, it's crazy because I'm a young guy, but I've been through a lot in life, to the point that physical pain is like almost nothing to me. I can hide a lot of stuff from physical pain, like in my job. I don't really want to say what it is yet in public, but let's just say that I ended up trying to protect somebody. I ended up getting a huge black toe. I protected the person. There was other times I literally had to put someone down, like straight up body slam somebody, so it's a very physical environment. And but with a black toe, that thing, it hurt really bad, but on the outward appearance I can make it seem that I'm not hurting, but I knew that I didn't know if it was broken or what, because I felt like I was bleeding really badly. But when I looked at it, I was fine, right? Later on I went to the doctor and stuff like that, but for such a scene like that, I could have hid all the pain, just kept it inside and just smiled. But instead I kind of wanted to let others know, yo, this might be broken, you know what I mean? So I had to put on my acting face, I guess, and let go of my try hard face and just just basically, I guess, you know, be be honest with how I feel, I guess, with other people, because I don't like to leave work or whatever, no matter what pain I'm in. But with that sort of pain, I was like, this could be broken, this could be very severe. Let's just go to the doctor and see what's going on. It wasn't broken, thank God, seriously. All that happened was, it was severe, deep bruising. Yeah, it's insane. Let's just say I'm surprised it wasn't broken by a mile, because I like practically crushed my toe in order to protect someone. But yeah, with that, I wanted to, because the thing is, when I try to actually stand up, when I was sitting down is whatever, I could have hit the pain, but when I try to move around, because of my job, I have to walk around quite a bit, time to time. So when I try to move around just to see how I felt, I realized that I physically could not move my toe. So I was like, yeah, this might be broken. I never broken any bone that I remember ever in my life, so I wasn't too sure. So I ended up causing a scene, kind of giving a little face, like, how, and I was like, I can't physically move my toe, I can't physically walk. So they ended up bringing a wheelchair for me, and I ended up going to the doctor. But yeah, it was just severe bruising. But yeah, that's kind of how I am. Like, I don't even know why I just started to say all this. I don't even know. I'm just chilling, playing Fortnite, talking about myself a little bit. Why not? But yeah, for me, I don't really like to share too much of my struggles with other people in a negative perspective. I always like it to be encouraging and to be uplifting. Like if I go through something that's severe or whatever, depression, scoliosis, acid reflux, whatever it might be, sleep paralysis, this and that, I always wanted to end it in a positive note and not leave somebody just dry, you know what I mean? I don't want to be like talking to somebody that's going through that struggle and then just leaving it in the struggle. I want there to be like an uplifting phase of like, it's gonna be alright, just stay strong, that type of thing. Like, hey, I made it, and you can make it too. Cast your cares upon God, and you'll be fine. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff, in my life, and yeah, it's kind of how I am in life. I'm not easy to read, I guess you could say. A lot of people really don't understand how my mind works or how I am. Even my close friends, to be honest, there's a lot of people that don't understand me. I'm like a foreigner kind of thing, which I don't really, to be honest, I feel kind of like, I don't even know, like if I don't belong here type of thing. I always felt that way in life. Like if this isn't my place. Even before I surrendered my life to God, I just felt like this wasn't my place. I looked around, I seen so many people looking, they had selfish motives, selfish desires. What can I get from this person? What can I do? I seen that stuff, and I noticed how the victim was crying. They were sad, and I felt like compassion for that person, the person that was hurt. And I see the criminal just walking away just with a huge smile on his face, like if he did nothing wrong. And I didn't like that, because in the end, that person hurt somebody else. So I always felt that I didn't connect with this world, type of thing. I always felt like if this world wasn't for me, like if I was like a foreigner to this world, and this world was foreign to me, I really didn't understand it. And even to this day, a lot of people say the same exact junk to me. When they meet me, they say the same thing. But the thing is, I'm not perfect either. There's certain things that I might say that it's all in love, it's all in compassion, it's all in just being there for somebody, and somebody might take it offensively, and that's completely on them. This has happened many, many times in my life. But all the thing is, guys, is to know the fruits of people. If you know someone loves you and cares for you, hold on to them. Don't give up on them. Pray for them. Try to help them out in whatever it may be. Like for me, I know my struggles. Number one, I'm lazy, man. Like that's the number one looking struggle that I struggle with on a day-to-day basis. Before, I struggled with lying, I struggled with lust, I struggled with pride. But I examine myself and I try to better myself every single day. What can I do today that can better myself for tomorrow, type of thing? You know what I mean? What can I do today that can fix me so I can be who I want to be? And a lot of people, when they see me, when they know who I am, when they understand me, they can be in my church or wherever. These are people that I might know for a while, or maybe I just met them physically. It's awesome, but it also really does almost annoy me at certain points. I don't know if you guys have this feeling too, at school or wherever you go, but you know, there's sometimes during church or whatever, the pastor, like if it's an evangelist, he just shows up for revival, they look at me like if I was the only person there. They see me praying, they see me, you know, singing songs, this and that, and they go up to me. Like I remember this pastor, I was praying like, God, are you proud of me? This is way back in the day, and you know, I want to make God proud. And this pastor showed up for like revival, right? He went up to me randomly and he said, God is proud of you. And I was like, it's crazy because there's so many times that people look at me like if they see that special glow, like if I'm very different. And to be honest, it's like a cool thing, but it's also like, this stinks, man. Is there someone else that can understand me? You know what I mean? I know God understands me, so he's the one that I tend to go and cry to, you know, a lot. He understands my words. When I go to a specific person or whatever, when I try to like open up or whatever, you know, whether it be opening up about myself or trying to warn them about sin or about what they're doing in life, there's some people that they smoke like if it's their job, you know what I mean? And I'm over there like they just do that just because it's like a urge, or they want to, or it's like a stress reliever. But if you really love somebody, if you really care for somebody, you don't want them to throw away their life. Like, do you want their lungs to break down? You want them to be as healthy as possible. Yes, you cannot control the person, we have free will, but you can give feedback and suggestions. And sometimes my suggestions to the open eye sucks, because people get offended and they don't understand where I'm coming from. But that's where it comes in with knowing the person. Does this person really care for me, or is this person trying to hurt me over and over again on purpose? And yeah, it's like, it's crazy. That's why for me and God, like I haven't met anybody else on earth that I can really connect with, like on such a personal level, than God and I. So if you feel lonely or whatever, like trust me, I know that pain. Like I would love to just sit down with somebody, just have, you know, a cup of coffee, even though I don't even drink coffee really, just to like, you know, talk with each other and to the point that we understand each other. I would love that, man. Like just, it would be so nice, man. Like it's like so, like it's difficult for me, you know. It's like almost like if you want to voice out your concerns or whatever, it's like sleep paralysis, for example, or whatever it may be. You want to give, you know, the warning to other people, like, yo, there's more to life, and a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people just turn away, and it sucks. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's really not it's not easy, man. It really isn't. It really is not easy for me. You guys might feel the same way. It's crazy, to be honest. It really is. But yeah, I just wanted to include that too. You know, I feel like an outcast, you know what I'm saying? But I'm an incast with God. Even with Christians, born again Christian, I'm talking born again Christians. The only person that I'm really close to that's a born again Christian at this time, that even though we bumped heads time to time, because sometimes I like try to help him out and I say like something but I mean something else, type of thing. It's all in love. But he stops, he asks me questions like, what do you mean? And then after, it could be hours of just talking with each other, then he understands where I'm coming from. So he's like the main one. But the thing about him is he's usually really busy with school, with work. You know, I don't really talk to him much. He's a pretty close friend that I known for many years. But yeah, complete 3, play with other missions and plan good done. Oh, I have to do these both. It looks like that stinks. But yeah, I'm kind of just rambling right now, guys. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this and it's uplifting you. You know, if you feel like you're left out in the world, like if no one understands you, please understand that God understands you. Like for me, God is my best friend, and I mean that on such a personal level. He's always there for me. He's never left me. There's a lot of people in my life that I encountered that they tell me they will never leave. They will always be right next to me, you know, being there to uplift and help me, like family. And it's those people that usually it's gotten to the point that I don't even believe them anymore, which is, it's sad to say, but a lot of those people that say that, they end up ditching me later on in life. They end up leaving me, whether it be because of miscommunication, whether it be because they just got sick and tired and then wanted to go and sin or whatever it may be, and they got tired of me just trying to just help them, you know, because it's easier to sin than not to sin. You know, it's easier to, you know, have, you know, a drink, you know, of alcohol or whatever to fit in and go in clubs. It's easier to, there's a bunch of stuff. It's easier to curse, it's easier to lie, it's easier to this, blah blah. It's easier to do bad things than it is to do good things. And that should be obvious. Which is sad, you know, whether it be in selfish motives or whatever it may be. But that's how we are as people. And sadly, a lot of people stay like that. For me, I learn from other people. Like, there's a lot of situations that I haven't been in my life, but I understand because I see other people and I see how like their mistakes manifested and what that led them to. Like for smoking, like a lot of people don't understand why I'm so against smoking or drinking alcohol. A lot of people don't understand that. Like, if you want to do that with your life, then I can't stop you. I can just tell you why I don't do that myself. For example, I don't agree with that because it took away some of my loved ones. It killed them. So if I love you, I don't want you to do the same to you. So the mistakes from my loved ones that passed away because of smoking or drinking alcohol and this and that, getting drunk, wasted, and doing something stupid out of it, I learned from their mistakes, because it's like, why do I want to do that when it can cause me to die? When it can cause grief, more grief in the family? I don't want to do that. So it's all about self-discipline, learning from other people. That's what I like to do, because to be honest, I'm one of the most loneliest people, I would say, on the face of the world right now. So if you feel lonely, please, you're not alone. Because I'm very lonely. You know, God is the only one that really understands me. He's the one that truly cares and loves me. You know, even in church, yes, I know they're there and stuff like that in my current church. Yes, they're born again, but we're not perfect. You know, we make mistakes. And, you know, for them, they don't understand a lot of the things. You know, like, I want to have, like, a personal relationship and just, hey, let's do this, let's hang out, like a family. But the thing is, they don't have time for that, or whatever it may be. So, yeah. I don't know why I can't meet these guys. It's kind of weird. It's all glitchy. But yeah, it's all about, like, wanting to have somebody to be able to understand you. Like in the church, why am I like this? You know, it's like, why do you see me differently than other people? I don't understand. This person's born again too. Like, they know God knows them, right? And then it's just like, God chose you for something special. And it's just like, what do you mean though? Like, who am I? You know, it's a lot of just trying to figure out who I am, you know, in life. You know, every single day in my life I want to better it. I examine myself, you know, and I hope you do the same thing. I hope you're like being educated right now, especially if you consider yourself to be a Christian. I personally was I hated God back in the day. If you didn't know, I didn't believe in him whatsoever. I was going through absolute hell, so what's the point to go to God if I'm, you know, absolutely a torn up mess? Why would God allow all this to happen? Blah blah blah. But God wanted to deliver me from so much anguish, and I just kept spitting at his face and mocking him. I didn't understand what was going on and stuff like that. But yeah, like, God really does love us. God really is there for us. It's all about, like, really seeking God. Like, if you really want Jesus, if you really want God, if you really want some evidence, go up to him. You don't gotta go to a church, you know, you don't gotta go to Bible college, you don't gotta read the Bible front to back. Talk to him. Personally talk to him, and don't give up until you get an answer. Probably won't take that long. If you really are motivated to seek after God, you will hear from him, you will see him, you will, like, every little thing, you know what I'm saying? You will feel him, you will sense him, you will understand him, you know what I mean? Like, the whole shabam. Because for me, I didn't take God seriously until I was about to literally commit suicide. I was in a really dark state, so I decided to go back to God and just cry. Like, Lord, I tried everything. I tried this and that, and it's not helping me. You're the last resort. You're the last one that can really fix my issues. If you don't, I'm going to die. Which physically, if it wasn't for God, I would have died from diseases, from sicknesses. It's a miracle I'm breathing. Doctors were amazed and stunned that I was able to move without any pain. Seriously, a full-on miracle. But yes, it's all thanks to God that I'm still breathing. And once I fully seeked after God, like, God, you're the only way, you're the only hope that I have. And when I really started to seek after Jesus, then that's when I started to begin to notice stuff. Like, my life will never be the same. It just never will. I physically cannot deny God's existence. When you really get to know the Father, like, it's on a whole different level, man. Like, I'm not even joking, guys. Like, I dealt with sleep paralysis one-on-one. Have you ever seen, like demons or anything like that? And straight up, if you don't believe in that stuff, okay, like, I'm not even talking like you're dreaming. I'm talking like you're straight up wide awake. Stuff is falling from the walls. You hear loud banging. You call out to Jesus, and all of a sudden, peace overwhelms you. And then all of a sudden, that stops. You know, that's a whole different thing. Like, when you witness diseases that literally are uncurable for mankind to cure physically, they don't have a cure yet for those, for a lot of those diseases. And then God Almighty, you cry out to him, and you are restored to perfect condition. Like, if you never had that sickness, there's no denying anymore. Like, that's it. Like, that's where I stand. Whether people like it or not, that's physically where I stand. Like, I've seen things, you know, with my own eyes. My family have witnessed these miracles with me because they've been right there with me. But the thing about my family is that for right now, a lot of them are still in sin, because it's easier to sin than not to sin, even though they witnessed so many things, which is really sad. But I'm praying for them. The only reason that I truly surrendered to God is because I needed him, you know, in that time. You know, I needed him. It was when I was 16 years old. I really needed him. If it was him for life, if there wasn't a God out there, I was gonna die. And God showed up, and he delivered me. He transformed my life forever for the better. So no matter now what I go through, you know, there's a lot of people at my work like, dude, you just got, like, severely hurt, and you're over there with a smile on your face. What in the world's going on with you? You know, they don't understand, you know, but I'm praying for them. You know, maybe one day they'll understand that, you know, how much God really loves us and how much God really cares for us. So that's my standpoint, guys. And that was me just being stupid, and I didn't know that was such a high fall. Are you serious? But yeah, guys, it's all about, I'm just gonna respawn right here. It's all about really just understanding and, like, just having compassion, whether it be for other people or just, like, just being there, you know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy, man. I feel like such a foreigner, man. Like, I don't even fit in. There's people right now, like, on my job and stuff, there's people out there out for blood. They don't care what you gotta say. You might tell them the whole shabam, list a whole complaint and concern for one another. They might be, like, nodding their head, and in the end, they'll be like, oh, don't worry about it. Like, they just shrug it off. And then when something happens, then they put the blame on you or something like that, you know what I mean? It's like, be there for each other, love one another, like if we were family. And sadly, this world doesn't have that. You know, a lot of people are selfish. A lot of people don't care. A lot of people are just seeking themselves, and it's a really sad thing that is actually occurring. But yeah, like, it's insane, guys. It really is how this life is. And maybe you are in the same little pathway as me, about me not feeling like I fit in with this life. And trust me, if you don't fit in with this life, that's nothing to be sad about. Like, if you don't fit in with this life, like on earth, be happy about that. Like for real, like, this isn't real life. This is just a temporary home. Our real life begins on the next life, no matter what you do. Like, it depends on you, on what you choose, on whom you choose, if you choose God or if you choose something else. And, you know, it's all up to you. Like, if you have questions, you know, like for me, when I have questions, you know, sometimes, yes, I go up to, like, my pastor or whatever, but to be honest, I get, like, my pastor from him. I haven't really learned a lot from him. It's kind of crazy to say that, because a lot of people learn a lot from their pastor or from church. I am different. I hear from God. So a lot of people don't understand when I say I hear from God, that they're going through something or whatever. Like, God's physically telling me, hey, you physically are going through something, and I'm trying to physically help you. I'm trying to understand what God meant. All I know is you're not okay, and I'm here for you. And a lot of people don't understand when I say that. Like, God speaks to people. I heard God's voice, you know, and it's not like what you might think it is. You know, for me, it was a gentle, calm whisper that overwhelms you with peace. No matter what you're going through, you might be going through the worst pain in your whole entire life, but that overwhelming, beautiful peace, it overtakes you. You know, you might be down in the dumps, but man, after you hear God's voice, you're gonna be smiling and dancing. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's me. Like, I learned a lot from God. When I was 16 all the way until I was like 18 or 19, I didn't have a Bible. I didn't go to a physical church. All I had was prayer. And I didn't know. I wanted to know more about God, and I knew that a lot of churches were against God. A lot of churches said that they loved God, but in their actions, they showcased a different story. And that's what I grew up with in that environment. I grew up in an environment that a lot of people said they believed in God and that they loved God, but when you examine that person's life, they hated God, like, a lot. They really didn't like God. So for me, like a Bible, we are the Bible. Like, we ourselves, every single day, someone's reading us, you know, and we are the messengers, you know. We are the very thing that people are reading time and time again. So examine yourself and work on yourself to better yourself, and stuff like that. But yeah, a lot of people, like, don't, like, I guess, understand that. A lot of people, like, for me, right, this is something that a lot of people say. Like, they see, like, born again Christian, like, why would you believe in that when you have to believe in hell? And it's like, when I hear that, I'm just, like, thinking to myself, like, if it was up to me, guys, like, to make something up, it would be a beautiful, peaceful life for everybody, for everyone, you know. And the afterlife, it would be that. no hell, no demons, no monsters, no sickness, just peace and healing. But the thing is, I cannot deny it with the things that I've witnessed in my life. Demons are real, and I witness that, whether you believe me or not. You know, you can, if you doubt my story, if you doubt what I'm saying, or my testimony, or whatever it might be, physically just go up to God over and over again, and don't give up on him. Give him some time, you know what I mean? Because for me, when I cried out to God for help, he did not pick up the phone immediately. He didn't answer me right away. It was some time, a little time for me, because I was literally on the bridge of suicide, because I was going to die. I was physically going to die from sicknesses, so God was my last resort. But after me just, basically I was pounding at God's door over and over again, to the point like, it's like, God, you gonna pick up the phone. If not, I'm gonna tear this door down. That was my mindset. And God immediately, you know, once he noticed that I really truly meant it, that if he did help me, I was gonna truly surrender my life to him. Because the thing about me is, why live for myself? If there's a higher power out there, like if you believe in God, don't you want to get to know him more? Don't you want to get to like see how he's like, or you know, things like that? That's my mindset. You know, I want to know more about him. Like, how's he like? He's the one that runs like everything. He's on the throne. Like, he's above the president. He's above everything and everyone. So like, I really want to get to know him more, because there's a lot of people out there that they say they believe in God, and they just live their life like nothing. Like literally they just live their life like the way they want. They don't want to pray and talk to God that they so believe in, and see what their God likes and dislikes. And it's just like, it's like, are you serious? Like, what are you doing? Like, if you really believe in God, like, go after him, see what he's like, see what he enjoys, see what he doesn't, like, get to know him, fall in love with him. But yeah, like for me, it's literally, I fell in love with God simply like in a really deep level. Like, I physically can't let him go. If I let him go, it's the most stupidest choice I will ever make in eternity, because he's been by my side through thick and thin. While my friends, or so-called friends, that they said that they would never leave me, they were there for years. I'm talking 10 plus years, man. 10 plus years of a friendship, a best friend type of friendship, and then they backstab me with a blade and start bullying and harassing me when I was down in the dumps. And God was there when I was spitting at his face. You know, God was still there for me. You know, he never gave up on me. You know, so I don't want to give up on him. I want to be there for him, and I want to get to know him more, you know, and hopefully you are the same, you know, for that as well. Because that's what God wants, is a relationship. What God wants is for us to go after him, because God really does love us. A lot of people, what they want is they want. They don't want to give. They look at God like a genie, like, okay, I'm gonna pray a few times, and I'm gonna see if things get better. If things get worse, I'm done. You know, I'm done with this God. I'm done with this. That mindset is the mindset that basically God was checking me out for when I was crying out for help. You know, that it was a moment of just, it was when I cried out to God, man, things got mad worse, like that. Like, they got really bad. But I kept crying out to God. I didn't want to give up. It's like, Lord, you need to help me. Like, you're the only one that can help me. There's physically no humanly cure yet for these diseases. Like, this is it. Like, you, if you're real, like, you're the only option I have. I know I messed up. I know I cursed your name. I know I did this and that. God, please forgive me if you find it in your heart. If not, then just get rid of me. But God answered me after he realized that I really meant it. That I really was seeking after him, and not after myself. Because there's a lot of people that are selfish. A lot of people want to be their own God, and they want to have God as a puppet, and that's not how God works. I serve God. God doesn't serve me. You know, I could say, I could pray to God like, God, can you please do this? But ultimately, it's his choice. Even with sleep paralysis or healing or whatever, it's all God's choice. You know, but from thick and thin, I realized that yes, even on this day and age, you know, right now, you know, I go through things, you know, a lot of severe things, but the thing is, I'm still breathing. I still have peace. I'm still fine. I'm still breathing. I'm still here. And yes, I go through tribulations time to time again, a lot of anguish, but I'm still here. I basically have God right there, I just lean on his shoulder, and he's there just comforting me and healing me. And that's the way it really should be. That's the personal relationship. When the devil shows up with his whole army of minions, stupid little minions, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, a lot of people don't understand this, but I do. I try to see it from two lenses. I see it from God's lens and from the devil's lens. God, he's holy. He doesn't like sin. Sin's the opposite of God, the opposite of holiness, right? Satan, he is very ticked off at God because when he sees humans, he's jealous. Because we humans have, I've been given so many chances by God. I treated God man, I was a mess, man, back in the day, and it's really sad the way I acted. I did some really stupid stuff in my life, a lot of stupid stuff. I stole things, I did so many things, I had broken hearts, I was all over the place. But God had mercy on me. He didn't strike me down and throw me into the fire just like that. No, he gave me so many chances to repent and to get right with him. But Satan, on the other hand, he rebelled against God, and he's stuck there. He's stuck in the pit of fire. Yes, right now, he's wandering around Earth and stuff like that. And if you don't believe that, alright. Look at stories about sleep paralysis and talk to God on a personal level. You don't have to open up a Bible. You don't have to go to church, for this. You don't have to go to Bible college, unless, of course, if you want to. The main important thing is a personal relationship with God. Have that, ask him questions, keep asking, and he will give you the answers. But yes, the devil is really ticked off, right? It's who wouldn't be? If I was the devil, I would be absolutely outraged. I'd be looking at human beings well, hold up. I used to be an archangel, and you threw me into this messy, sloppy Joe mess that stinks like absolute skunks, and these people have thousands upon thousands. You're forgiving them left and right. Why didn't you do that to me? And it's I would be absolutely outraged. I would be heated. But the thing is, even if I was in the devil's shoes, right, I don't physically understand this though. He's a monster. He's a full monster. Because for me, when someone does me wrong, I don't seek to hurt them anymore. That was the old me. When someone did me wrong before, I was out for blood. I was out for vengeance. But now, with the heart that God gave me, I became born again when I was 16 years old. Right now I'm 22. I'm about to be 23. But when, my new heart that God gave me, I literally, it's kind of crazy to it's the whole opposite of who I was before. I really genuinely love people. I'm there for people. People don't, it's who in the world is this guy? Why does he seem to care about me so much? And it's crazy, and the thing is, it's it's awesome, but it's if I'm an alien, you know what I mean? It's who in the world is this dude? People are usually out there for themselves, and this person physically cares, seems like. But yeah, it's crazy, because with my new heart, if someone does something wrong to me, I don't want to hurt them. I don't want to seek vengeance anymore. Instead, I just want them to understand my point of view, or why I did this or that, or just to understand, if someone did me wrong or something, or my family wrong, if they're, if they have hope, if it's a demon or something like that, I don't care. Throw that thing in the furnace, because there's no hope for that thing. Those things are monsters. Let God show up and just tear them to limb from limb. But if it's a human being that's breathing, if they're making a mistake, if they did a crime, if they stole, if they did this, if they got into a fight, whatever, I'm over there looking at them with love, and compassion. Yo, I know exactly how you are. I've been through that. I understand you on a personal level. like a thief or something like that. I understand you. You know, the reason why I stole stuff before when I was a lot younger is because I didn't have much stuff. I was very, very poor, and even to this day I'm still very poor, but I was very poor before, like very poor. um, and it was just a really bad environment that I grew up in, as well. um, but yeah, really bad environment. um, but yeah, it's like that's what I don't really understand about the devil though. It's because the thing about Satan, he knows that he's gonna die. He knows it's over for him. But the thing is, he still, like, goes out to hurt God's people. And it's just like, if I was the devil, like, it's like, don't do that. That's some stupid junk. You're gonna make God more angry, and you're gonna get a bigger punishment, I would think, right? So it's like, why do that? Just take your punishment right now. Take it like a man. I don't care if it's for all eternity. Like, if your doom is there, it's like, why are you going to, like, why do you want God to be more ticked off at you? Because he's just filing up a case for God to just straight up go savage mode on Satan. You know, the devil's basically given him his very own slap in the face type of thing, if you get what I'm saying. It's kind of like, that's the thing I really don't understand about the devil. It's like he's not like us. Like, yes, we have formats like him, whether it be lying, stealing, lusting, pride, you know, cursing, whatever it might be, blasphemy. We have elements of the devil, but the devil's on a whole different scale. Like, he's lost his absolute mind. Like, for real, a lot of us human beings, if we witness God face to face, a lot of us would believe. A lot of us would go to God. We would personally believe. That's the thing about me. Like, me, like, getting to know God more and more, me praying more, and being more in a personal relationship with God, it's like there's no doubt in my mind. Like, I'm staying with God. You know, and it's like there's people that are asking for a sign and asking for signs. Your sign is there. God's right there. Just talk to him. You know, personally talk to him. It could be at your own house. That's what I did. Just talk to him. And don't give up until you get an answer. Every day. Bang at God's door. Every single day. Get his attention. God's going to pick up the phone eventually. If you don't give up. If you keep banging on that door. Lord, I want answers. Lord, I want to know what's going on. Lord, I need more faith. Lord, I need healing. Lord, I need you to forgive and to save me. Lord, I need you to make me new and to make me born again. Bang at God's door. Just absolutely take that door down. You know, it's like a little stronghold type of thing. It's like a little wall. You know, it's like a wall, and you have to either climb over it or take it down and break it. And God's on the other side. And a lot of people, they give up. They give up like in less than like 5 minutes. You know what I mean? And I was over there like seriously every day. Like, Lord, I'm in agonizing pain, Lord Jesus. I'm dying. I don't know what to do. Like, not only this, but people don't understand me, Lord. Like, my family doesn't understand me. Every friend that I had in school, Lord, they ditched me. A lot of them started to bully me, God, because of all this stuff. Lord, what do I do? Because I'm in so much pain. There's nothing I can do right now, God. I move and I'm in so much pain. I don't want to move, God. And, you know, it's just me just complaining and just crying out to God like, Lord, you are the only hope for me, over and over again. And then God picked up the phone. That's all you gotta do. Just keep knocking on God's door, man. He gonna answer. He's gonna answer the phone. And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people instead, they want to be relaxed. You know, like for the human beings and stuff like that. This is true. A lot of scientists know that there's an afterlife. A lot of people know of high ranks in the science realm. You know, scientists and doctors and this and that. A lot of them know that there are so-called ghosts, is what they like to call it. But the thing is, they don't do that much research on them most of the time. They don't release that stuff to the public. Usually it's oh, it's a spaceship outside type of thing in the air. Yeah, we're trying to look into that. Oh, it's this, oh, it's that. Yeah, how about these cases of sleep paralysis, for crying out loud? Like, take this stuff seriously. Like, yes, you might say it's a disease and sickness, okay, but you know what isn't a sickness is when you're awake and there's witnesses, multiple witnesses around you, and there's stuff falling from the walls, there's banging, this and that, and you can feel it, you can feel the presence of something bad. If you close your eyes and your brother or sister walks in the room, the whole environment changes. You can feel there's someone there. That's the sixth sense. That's sensing. Okay, so with like sleep paralysis or whatever it might be, if there's a straight up demon doing this or that, why aren't the doctors and scientists on the first class base trying to solve a solution for this? Instead, they tend to keep that on the down low. Instead, they just say it's a sickness and disease. Because if they told people, hey, there's more to life, ghosts are real, demons are real, angels are real, a lot of people would start freaking out. And I don't like that. I like real. I like real people. When someone hides stuff and they know the truth and they hide it, it's like, man, you are one weak-boned type of person. You know what I mean? You see someone crippled as can be, someone hurting and dying, someone confused and lost, and you're not willing to help them. It's like you are one sick in the head type of person. You know, that you're like basically like I was. So I can understand. It makes me upset, like that people are like that, but it's also like I understand because I used to be like that before too. But yeah, it's crazy, you know what I mean? It's like it's insane. You know, it really, really is. You know, it's crazy, guys. But yeah, this video I'm just rambling about a lot of stuff, and it's really insightful too. I'm kind of like impressed right now, you know what I mean? It's a lot of like amazing stuff. This should have been like on a testimony video or something. Instead it's on a Fortnite video. Like, just saying. I know a lot of people don't like, you know, when, you know, I bring up God or I talk about my testimonies and stuff like that. A lot of people don't like that stuff. A lot of people just want to be entertained and stuff like that, and it's like, I care about you guys, you know. If it's not just me, you know, like I'm not doing like, there's a lot of people out there that slap you with a Bible and then they end it there. They slap you with a Bible, they throw a church flyer at your door, and that's it. They leave it at that. For me, I show you my scars, I show you my wounds, I show you, hey, God delivered me from this and that. A bunch of the stuff that God delivered me from, I still have the very wounds on me, but I don't have the pain. That's a miracle. But yeah, that's what I like to do. I like to basically put myself in the shoes of other people. Like, yo, you dealt with depression. Hey, I understand. You know, I dealt with this, I dealt with that. Like, I like to connect with people on a personal level because I know what it feels like. But yeah, it's how it is, you know. It's like I want to be there for people. That's the drive for this. Like, there was I don't know, I'm pretty sure I posted that video already, but there was 3 friends of mine, 2 that I've known for many years and 1 that I recently got to know. There was a miscommunication that happened between us, and they basically hated my guts afterwards. They started to throw stones, he said, she said, this and that, type of like putting a bad name to me, when it's like, excuse me, you did bad things too, but I'm not gonna bring those things up. Did I make mistakes? Yes, I misunderstood this or that from God, and then I learned what it meant, or whatever it might be. But the thing is, you need to understand the person's heart. Does the person love me, or does the person hate me? Does the person care for me, or does the person just want to destroy me and use me? And these people probably still watch these videos. I felt very uncomfortable for like a month to upload anything. I was recording, but I didn't feel comfortable uploading because I knew like they could watch these videos, and it just feels weird. It's like those bad vibes. It's like I've known you for so long, and it's like you're just gonna throw me aside like that. It's like, for just that, it's like, for miscommunication, like straight up, it's like, okay, you were offended because I said something. How about if you stop and you go to God, you cry to God to the point that he gives you an answer, and you will understand why I was freaking out so much. Because God understands where I was coming from. He's seen the heart. I wasn't doing that for a malicious intent. I love like my friends, man. I love my family. I really care for them. Like, a bunch of people say they love and care for you, but then when there's a robber in the house, or when there's a dude with a gun or whatever, they book it, or they put you right in front of them like a shield. I'm the type of dude that will lay down his life for my friends and my family, and I mean that full-heartedly. I will lay down my life. I will lay down like everything, just not my soul. My soul is not to give. My soul is God's. So it's how it is. You know what I mean? It's crazy because a lot of people, you think they're your friends, and then when the dark times come, they end up leaving you. But for that, I felt very uncomfortable for a month, to upload anything, because I knew, like, these people watch my videos, these people might make fun of me, these people might throw stones at me, these people might do this, people might do that. I felt very uncomfortable, but I love you guys a lot. Like, this is a hobby, guys. I don't make any money from this anymore. Like, yes, before I used to make maybe a couple dollars every month or whatever in my other channel. Not anymore, because I'm not partner anymore at this time. I just do this because I love talking to you guys. I love uplifting you guys and just testifying and letting you know you're not alone. Because the thing is, I didn't have someone there next to my side telling me, hey, I'm here for you. I didn't have that. I physically didn't have that. It was just me and God, man. So when someone's like sad or whatever, it's like, I understand you. I want to be there for you. I want you to receive the love that I didn't receive from other people. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of care, a lot of compassion. Even if it means the person stabbing me in the back or whatever, it's like I really care for people. But yeah, it's like I couldn't let that fear just shut me up. These videos, especially with the ASMR videos, a lot of you guys love these videos, and it's just like, especially videos like this, when it's just like, wow, like, I'm so happy that I'm able to make you not only, be entertained, but to have a genuine smile on your face. It feels awesome, for that. Like, it feels absolutely incredible, just for that. It feels amazing. And yeah, I love doing this. It's amazing. It's such a powerful tool that we can use, like the internet, to just be there for each other. And it's, like I said, it's not me slapping you with a Bible. It's me basically slapping you with my scars, I guess, or showcasing my scars and my wounds and my trials and my tribulations, to let you know, hey, I know how that feels. I'm gonna let you know how I got out of that stuff, how I got out of that bad scene or that bad situation. That's what it is. But yeah, guys, that's how it is for me. I really, really care for people, really love people, a lot, like for real, like big time. So yeah, that's how it is. But yeah, I really love you guys. If you guys don't know, I really do. I might not even know your first name or whatever. God knows my heart. Those 3 friends of mine and all the friends from back in the day, even the bullies like Jonathan, man. That dude bullied me like mad before in high school. He was this little kid, but I seen that he was being bullied, and I felt bad for him because he was just taking that out on me. So I just let him just walk over me, I guess. Even though back in the day in middle school, if you were to pick on me in middle school, I would shut you down. I would tear your face apart, basically. I would put your face to the ground. I don't care if there was like 2 people. If there was 3, maybe I'll think about it. If it was 4 or more, I'll be like, yeah, don't be stupid. I'm gonna get taken out. You know what I'm saying? I'm only one person. But yeah, I used to really be in fights in middle school, but then in high school I changed. My whole attitude changed randomly. I started to feel more compassionate towards people. I started to really love people. I started to understand more, because as I continued to get older, I started to go through much situations that caused me to just cry, sit down and cry, and not know what to do. So then when I looked around, instead of me laughing at the people that dealt with those situations, I would be like, dude, this sucks, man. I understand. I can relate with your pain. you know. So it's more, I understand a lot of the pain that other people go through, because I went through a lot, whether it be emotional pain, physical pain, or whatever it might be. Like, I've been through a lot of stuff in my life. Like, have a friend for straight up like 15 years, and then they end up turning on you, stabbing you with a blade. End up having a whole group of friends that you were there, making them laugh, you were there for them through thick and thin, and then when the times got rough, they stab you with a blade. Or, you know, like, when you think it can't get any worse, you end up getting all these strange diseases that none of your family members have that you know of, or whatever, and there's no physical cure, and it's like you're looking down in the dumps, you know what I mean? But it's like, don't give up, man. Like, for me, I have such a heart for the people that are feeling so broken or feeling so lost. And for ASMR, it's such a personal connection, because a lot of people that listen to ASMR are people that are or used to be depressed, or that deal with anxiety or worries, concerns. And it's like, that's the target audience that I want to reach out to, and just let you know, hey, I love you. Hey, God loves you. I don't care if you believe in him or not. He loves you, and that's what I wanted to let you know that. Whether you hate his guts or whatever, I understand, because I hated his guts too. Just know that he loves you, whether you believe it or not. Yeah, you might be going through a lot. Guess what? I understand. You know, I was going through a lot too. That's why I didn't like God, because I was going through so much stuff, and, you know, my situations kept getting worse and worse. You know, it's I understand from both lens, you know, in life. So that's why I like ASMR. Like, it's a beautiful thing, you know. If it is used properly. There's some people that are using ASMR in lust and things like that. I'm against that. But when it's used in a compassionate manner, like being a family member, being a friend, trying to uplift and being there for people and just make people smile, I love that stuff, man. That's awesome. Like, that's incredible, you know what I mean? And I love that stuff, because they're reaching an audience that are broken down to the core, that they need somebody to talk to, they want somebody to talk to, and it's awesome, you know, to just be there for people. It's just very, very cool. And like I said, you know, I think I said it in this video, if you guys want to talk to me, whether it be on voice chat or with text or whatever, like text messages, like online, join my Discord. You know, I'm on there like almost every single day. It's not too active like it used to be before. A lot of people are busy with work and also school at this time, but I'm still there time to time. I might be funny, post memes or something. I might post, you know, verses or a testimony or uplifting, because there's a little prayer request little thing we have as well on our Discord. And you guys are welcome to basically like put a little like messages, prayer requests, and, you know, people pray for you, generally pray for you. Even I do, and I let you know feedback as well. If you ask for prayer, I'll let you know feedback time to time. You know, like whether it be like you're dealing with this issue or something like that, and I try to, like, whether it be a private message or open message, I let you know, hey, I know what you feel like, I dealt with this, just let you know, stay strong. And, you know, I let you know, like, I release a lot of my past stains and my past scars, and I use those very things that the devil was out for blood. Let's mess this dude up, let's mess him up, send him all this stuff, he's gonna cry, he's gonna die. And I use those very, very fiery darts for God's glory. It's like, alright, you hit me with this, and this, so I'm gonna hit you back with everything you hit me with. You know how embarrassing that is for the devil? It's like the devil sends you, you know, depression, the devil sends you cancer, and you're over there triumphant above the disease, above the sickness, testifying to the whole world. You know what I mean? Like, hey, don't give up. I know you might have just got that phone call and it's not good news, but I'm letting you know, pick up that phone again, because there is good news. And it don't matter what the doctor says. The doctor says there's no cure for this or that. Well, I can tell you the solid facts. There is a cure for that, and it's found in God. Maybe humans didn't develop a cure yet for that such disease or sickness or affliction. God already has that cure. You don't believe me? See these scars. You know, it's a beautiful thing, you know, just to be there for each other and just to love one another like a brother, like a sister, you know, like family, just being there for each other. So it's really awesome, you know. But yeah, you guys are learning a lot about me right now in this video. Like I really didn't think this video was gonna be like this insane, but I'm just going off right now, like real talk. I'm physically going off. There's things popping up in my brain that I just want to talk about, so I'm just talking about it. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. If you guys are, let me know in the comments down below. You don't have to like the video, just let me know in the comments down below. I love receiving your comments. I prefer comments over likes and favorites, seriously. Like, when I read you guys' comments, it's so nice. Yeah, sometimes I get those hateful comments, but it's just like, I don't blame them. You know what I mean? I did the same exact junk. You know what I mean? When I was younger, when I was very young, when I was spitting at God's face, I used to mock God's people. So now it's like the roles are reversed. Now I'm one of God's people. You know what I mean? Testifying to other people, uplifting other people, and there's stones being tossed at me. So it's like I understand what I was doing back in the day. You know, I understand from both sides. So usually when I get like hateful comments, like I receive death messages, man, like death threats, and some dark stuff. But it's like I understand where they're coming from, and it's like I pray for those people. Like it's like you don't understand. Like for those people, it's like they don't. I know that they don't get the whole story. They're seeing it from the lens that I used to see it in. See life in, so I understand where they were coming from. I understand why they're upset and angry, and sometimes I just sit down and I physically pray, and I'm not talking 5 minutes. I feel so much anguish for the person because it hits me on such a personal level that I'm just like, God, I need you to talk to this person. Like this person's like the past me. I need you to talk to them. I need you to just message them. And it's just like I straight up talk to God for solid hours, straight hours talking to God for that specific person, and then just asking God, Lord, should I send this person a message? If so, what message? And sometimes God gives me a message to send to that person, and it's not a message that the person expected. The person usually expects me to just slap him with a Bible, or something like that, you know, to basically say I'm right and you're wrong. That's what the person expects, but instead they've seen something totally different. They see me practically getting on my knees, looking at them dead in the eyes and letting them know, hey, I love you. I'm here for you. I understand your pain. Hey, I went through this, I went through that. You know, just me opening up, you know, and there was times, many times, that after somebody just sent me some of the most messed up messages on YouTube or whatever it may be, YouTube, Discord, on a Minecraft server, whatever it may be, I end up getting a message from God. I end up sending that message to the person. That person replies and apologizes. They apologize for what they were saying to me. Like, that is a miracle. Like, when you're out for blood, when you physically hate God with everything in your heart, soul, and mind, and you just see someone that's just like there testifying about God, you just send one of the most disturbing messages that you could send or think about. The person sends you a message that you were not expecting, then before you know, with your very eyes, you for some reason send a message completely doing a U-turn in what you stated. You know, whether it be a death threat, this or that, whole U-turn. You apologize. You know, you get to know the person, this or that. There's a lot of people that started to get to know me simply because, like, I don't throw the stones. There's a lot of people out there that claim to be Christian, but they're not Christian. Like, look at God, man. How was Jesus with the Pharisees? Did he slap them in the face? Did he kill them? You know what I mean? No. He pointed to his scars. He pointed, you know, to his life. He pointed to the story, to basically the truth, you know, to the word. And, you know, he didn't slap them in the face, you know, because they didn't believe, but instead he would pray and pray and pray. He is the perfect example of what Christians truly should be. A lot of people claim to be Christian, but I can tell you simply, a lot of people are not Christian. A lot of people are fake. You know, a lot of people, you know, they say this or that, but man, they're just not there, man. You know, it's crazy, you know what I mean? But yeah, God is the one that we really should be trying to be like, you know. It's like God, we really should be focusing on trying to be more like Jesus every single day, not being like the pastor, not being like, you know, this or that, but being more like Jesus, because he was perfect. He was a perfect example of what we should be. Because if everyone was like Jesus in nature and love and compassion, there would be no killing, there would be no sinning, there would be none of that. And yes, there are people that when they hear me say that, they might be like, man, God has killed so many people. But look more into the deeper insight. If your family was in danger, if there was someone, a murder, coming in to try to destroy your family, to try to take your belongings, to try to mess you up, to try to hurt you and break you, wouldn't you try to defend your family? You know? And the thing is about those people too, like Pharaoh and this and that, those people had no hope. Those people ran dry. If you have no hope, what's the point of you breathing? You're giving negative energy out, if that makes any sense. It's negative stuff. If the person is not going to be, you know, if the person has no hope, what's the point? The person's going to hurt other people more and more. So it's like, it's over for them. It doesn't matter what the person does. Like, God's not going to force you to believe. You know, God gives us free will. So for Pharaoh, this or that, God destroys that which has no hope. Like for even me, like what you want to call it? God could have destroyed me when I was spitting at his face and stuff like that. But the thing is, God knew, hey, this person still has hope. You know, there's always that chance. You know, this person can turn in free will. This person can turn and make a change for the better. But if I was completely, and you know, it's crazy to say that, because you see so many messed up people in the world, whether it be celebrities or killers or, you know, this or that. But the thing is, God works in a whole different thing. God knows the heart. Like, there are people that still have hope. Like, even people that sold their straight up souls to the devil. Yeah, that's some stupid junk, you know what I'm saying? The thing is, those people are still breathing, right? Yes, obviously if they turn to God, their life is going to be a living hell probably, because they know a little bit too much about, you know, this or that, you know, the dark element type of thing, the occult. But the thing is that they still have hope. If they have no hope, then God can get rid of them, right? Or if there's no use for them, you know, and this or that, if there's no hope, it's over. You know, if it's only going to be bad, that if the person's just going to be bad and do destruction completely, and that's it, then that's it. But if the door is still there, even if that person never opens that door was still there. The person didn't shut the door completely. You know, it's God works in a whole different way than humans. You know, and his ways are better than ours. You know, it's how it is. You know, his ways are so much better than ours. You know, it's like for me, or for like for me, for example, right? Or for example, Paul, like Saul, right? He killed Christians, but God forgave him, and then God, you know, changed them, because Saul allowed himself to be changed, because he thought his whole way of thinking was that God wasn't real. So he mocked God's believers. He went out and mocked and persecuted them. That was me when I was younger. I was like Saul, and God changed me into Paul, gave me a whole new name. And the thing is, like, and then later, God uses that person to save other people, to help people. If it wasn't for that person, for God saving that person, for God having mercy, many people would have been killed. Many people would have given up. So you really want to look at it from a bigger perspective, you know, because when we try to look at it from our perspective, we don't understand too many things. But we try to connect and try to understand from God's eyes, we see a whole different thing. Or we might think like, why doesn't God just destroy the devil right here, right now? if God were to show up right here, right now, yeah, he could destroy the devil. But the thing is, there's a lot of people out in the world right now. The door is wide open for them. They're about to take that step. It's like if God shows up, it's like they never took that step. You know what I mean? God knows better, you know, than everyone, than everything. God's literally, like, insanely smart. You know, he knows everything. I mean, look at life. There's, like, yes, human beings, we can code. We can learn how to make art, how to design art, artificial intelligence, this and that. But when you look at life itself, when you look at how advanced it is, there's no absolute way that we can do that. Only God can do that. Only God is smart enough. The devil ain't even that smart. The devil's pretty stupid when it comes to that stuff. Like me, you know, I'm pretty stupid. You know, I try to code something, I messed up. There's a bunch of bugs or something like that. When God makes something, man, he makes it beautiful, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, God loves us so much, he gave us free will. You know, we can do whatever we want. We can either choose God or not. God doesn't want us to be robots. You know, God wants us to have the open door. A lot of people don't like that. A lot of people say, no, I'd rather be a robot, this and that. But now they know that's a lie. Because if you were a robot, you wouldn't be able to do this. You wouldn't be able to do that. You wouldn't be able to be free to do as you wish. That's a whole dynamic. If you were playing a video game and you were forced to play a certain way, forced to run a certain routine, you would probably hate that game. You probably would not like it. Why? Because you're forced into doing something. Instead, like in this game, if I was forced to just go straight in a straight path, shoot this tree 3 times, keep going a straight path, shoot this tree, and like that, like over and over again, like I would be like, this is the most boring game out in the whole entire thing. But this game allows you, hey, I want to walk over here, no, I want to walk over there. It gives you that free will. It gives you that option, that choice. What do you want to do? And that's what we as humans really like, you know, for many, many, many things. We really enjoy that. But yeah, that's the thing, guys. It's like a lot of people, they have so many complaints, and it's just that their anger and their frustration comes out first, instead of them just sitting down, just taking a nice, you know, breath and just praying to God for answers. They just release their emotions out, and I used to do the same exact thing. Even now, I don't know everything about life. I just know that God loves us. You know, that's what I do know. I know the devil hates us. I know God loves us. And that's it. That's the final thing, you know. But yeah, you know. But yeah, you know, God loves you. Remember that. I can't believe this video is already an hour long. This is insane. I gotta wake up early tomorrow. I got church, and also I'm gonna go see my dad, visit him for a bit. Hopefully I'll feel alright. If you guys don't know, I've been feeling pretty weak. I think I said this in this video. I've been going through a lot in my sleep. Like the devil, oh my days. Before, he used to attack me with lust, with pride, with cursing, with mocking, with hate, anger, with a lot of that stuff. Now the devil literally, like, I think he's running out of ideas on how to, like, attack me. Like, it's kind of sad to say that, but, like, he's attacking me, like, he's trying to attack me in my sleep, or this or that. And if you don't believe in witchcraft, well, that's on you. I definitely believe in witchcraft. I know there's people out there that, they're not praying for the better of me. They're trying to curse me. They're trying to hurt me. They know who I am, and they don't like me. And it's like, for those people, it's like, I don't like what they're doing. I hate what they're doing. But it's like, if they have hope, hey, we family. We're both human beings. That person might be serving the devil. That person might be doing some stupid, shady stuff. But in the end, we're both human beings, and we both still have that hope, you know, to cling on to God. You know, because there's a very sinister thing, you know, in life, you know, whether it be Hollywood, this or that. Do some more research, man. There's some shady stuff going on in life, and yeah, I don't think this guy's gonna put anything here, so I'll do it. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in life, and it's all about just can I just open that door, please? There we go. But yeah, it's all about understanding the other person, you know. But yeah, like for me, like I said, I know there's a lot of people that don't like me. Some people just don't like me. Some people want to kill me, just like they just don't like me. Some people are so outraged that they want to curse me and do whatever it takes to curse me or to look at me and to try to mess me up. Like they examine me, you know, every day. They try to make me slip up. You know, they try to like tempt me and this and that. They try to test the waters. Is this guy is what this guy saying for real? Like, is this for real? Like, let me mess him up. Let's see if I can mess him up. You know, there's people that do that, setting traps for me or this, whatever. It's messed up. But it's like, if you have hope, hey, I still love you. I'm still here for you. I still care for you. And I'm praying for you for the better, for peace and restoration and healing and protection, you know, all that stuff. Even if the person doesn't like me or whatever. But yeah, you know, it's how it is, I guess, you know, for me at least. I do wonder though, like deep down, because I had many visions of witches literally trying to curse me, trying to destroy me or my family. I low-key want to know, who are these people? Like, who are they? What's their names? Where do they live? What do they do? What practices do they do? How old are they? You know, how many family members do they have? What's their names? Know the full backstory about them. It's kind of weird to say that, you know, but I kind of want to get to know, you know, from both sides. Because if you're a human being, you're a human being. I don't want to get to know demons. You're out of your mind. They lie to you. They try to mess you up, man. Like when I was 16 years old, man, I was about to commit suicide, man. And you know what? I just wanted a cure. I wanted to be, like, I said this in my testimony. I wanted to, you know, to be okay. I wanted to be alive. I wanted to be, you know, to be well. And I heard a voice, and it sounded pretty calm, but it sounded really shady. You know when a voice like tells you something and you don't feel like you can trust it? That's what I felt. And it basically, I was like, I wanted to be well, right? And the voice, it was not my own. It was not my thinking. It was like if someone was right in front of me, just talking to me. And it basically sounded calm, like if it was my best friend from long ago or something, right? It just sounded all like, and it said, I have the cure for you. The cure is, kill somebody. I said no, out loud I said no. Because I was like, that's going to hurt someone else. I don't want to hurt people. If it's going to make someone sad, what's the point? Yes, if I get the cure from that, what does it matter? I just inflicted the curse to someone else. I don't want to do that. So, you know, that's why I said no out loud. So then I decided to, you know, I was just sitting there, right? I remember I was in my old room, in the same house that I live at right now, right? I was just sitting there, just like, what in the world? I was freaking out, like, what is that? That's not my own voice. This is something else. I was freaked out as can be. Like, hold up, I never witnessed this stuff before. Because in my life, I've seen people that were hypocrites, left and right. You know, and it's just like I never witnessed an actual full-out miracle, really, or at least something I consider a miracle. Thing is, later on in life, there's a lot of miracles that happen. I would have died when I was young. When I was born, I almost died. But thanks to God, I physically didn't die. It was a miracle I didn't. So there's that. But when I replied no out loud to that voice, then it said again, instead it said something else. It said, okay, rob somebody. I replied again no, because I knew it's going to hurt somebody in the end, and it might make me feel better, but it's going to apply the curse to someone else. I didn't want to make someone upset. You know, I didn't want to give my sorrow to someone else. So I said no out loud. And then it told me again the third time, and it said rob an empty house. And for this one, I kind of thought about it, right? I was like, okay, there's no one in the house. But the thing is, the person will eventually figure out that someone was in their house, robbing their house. Maybe it was a priced thing that they so treasured. You know, maybe it was something they were given by a family member from long ago, and that family member passed away. Maybe it was like a little memory thing, something that meant a lot to them. So why do I want to hurt them? Like, why do I want to inflict pain to them? What's the point? So I replied no. And when I did that the third time, that voice that sounded so calm but it was shady. That voice was shady. I didn't get good vibes from that. I just felt, it felt off. I heard and felt all my days. Like, I've been bullied in my life, but I've never been that bullied. I heard, like, it felt like 1,000+ voices saying the worst filthy junk you could ever imagine, like, ever that has been created in mankind, like, in a minute. Like, I'm talking the worst cruel things you could ever think of. But in the midst of that tribulation, in the midst of me freaking out, like, dude, what is this stuff? This is messed up. This is not me. It's not my thoughts. This is not me. Like I was there just thinking, this is not me. I'm like, there's something else over here. I was freaking out. But then I heard, in the midst of all that chaos, I heard a voice say, stay strong. Just randomly. It stood out like a sore thumb. You know, and it was like, it was different from the other voices. Very different. It sounded genuine. It sounded like, hey, I'm here for you and I care for you. Not like a voice of, hey, yes, I care for you and let me just destroy you in the end. I'm just gonna use you and then dump you. You know, that type of thing. You know, when you have like friends like that will just backstab you with a blade type of thing, sometimes you understand, like, yeah, this person's no good for me. That's what the bad voice felt like, right? It's like, this is not good for me. But when that voice said stay strong, I felt like a genuine care, like, hey, I know what you're going through. Keep your head up. I'm here for you. It's not gonna get, I'm not gonna let it get worse to the point that you can't tolerate this. I'm gonna calm the storms for you. Just stay strong. And to this day, I believe that was God that told me that. That was the first time I ever heard God. It was when I was 16 years old that I can remember. And it was the most powerfulest ever that I've ever witnessed God just move. Because this day, I'm 22, I'm about to be 23, and I still live by those very words. No matter what I go through in life, stay strong is on the forefront of my mind, in my soul, in my heart, in my everything. Those words are so powerful for me. That's why I include it. A lot of times I tell some of my friends that are going through a lot, I just tell them stay strong. But they might not understand why I say that, but it has such a deep meaning behind it for me. Like, seriously, like, if it wasn't for that, I don't think I would be here right now. If it wasn't God sending me that message, I don't think I would be here. Because it was a bad time, for me. And, then I started to see and witness more things, and then I started to go closer to God. And it was just, I shared it in my testimony video on my other channel, a lot of these things. And, God's very amazing, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what God seen in me, you know what I mean? I was dirty as can be, man. I was crimson stained to the core. I was a cold-blooded, messed up, looking sick and twisted sinner. I was a great sinner, man, in need of a great savior. And for some reason, God called my name, and I picked up the phone, man, and he decided to reply back, and I don't know, man. It's just, I'm forever thankful, for that. But yeah. But there we go, guys. We finished those 2 quests. Sadly, we had to do both of the quests, but it's not too bad. I sat down, I opened up a little bit, I shared what was on my mind randomly. I just came up to my thoughts. Hopefully this was a really motivational video. Maybe it inspired you to let you know you're not alone with your trials and tribulation. Hopefully you weren't offended by this, but if you were, I understand how you feel. I'm not here to offend you. I'm here to let you know I know how you feel if you're going through something. I'm a regular human being. I'm just somebody that has a story to share. And that's it, But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. We can open up 4 llamas right now, guys. That is absolutely crazy. I kind of want to do that. 11x upgrade. See, I'm tempted to do that, but I'm saving those V-Bucks for something for Battle Royale. What you want to call it? But yeah, I think I'm gonna end the video there, guys. Let's see if I can upgrade any one of these guys. Oh yeah, I can upgrade them. Guess I will upgrade to... Actually, let me first upgrade... Yeah, let me upgrade this. All the way to like level 10 or something. There we go. And go to that one. Upgrade this one, and let's upgrade. Let's see. Maybe upgrade. Maybe this one? No, it's level 10. Whatever. We could evolve that. That means we could evolve this one too then. There we go. And then we have defenders. I believe we can upgrade these by a little bit. Not by much, but by a little bit. But I might upgrade my heroes, to be honest. I don't think I can upgrade this one yet. Maybe I'll upgrade. See, I don't know what other characters I really like to use. Because this is like my main character. Maybe this one, I guess. Like this one I might use it just because I'm curious what it's like. Then for my backpack, I can get rid of this stuff. Get rid of this stuff. And then I can go here, stacked, leveled up. I can't level that up yet. Alright, anyways guys, hopefully you enjoyed it. So that was it for the quest, Dungeons and Dungeons, and it's 𝐵𝓊𝓈𝒾𝓃𝓆𝓊𝒾 world. It's a 𝐵𝓊𝓈𝒾𝓃𝓆𝓆 world. But yeah guys, I'll see you when I see you guys. My name is Fisherman Whispers, and I'm signing out. May cheese with you guys, and God bless you guys.